Enzo, if you want. I'm streaming now, so I don't know how to fucking do the Discord shit. I'll change my view. There, bud. Who's out there? Two boys are out there. I'll chuck it on Enzo for you. There you go. Oh, look at that though, Enzo. Fucking hell, man. When you started, you were 3 seconds down. Yeah? Makes a difference, doesn't it? Makes a fucking difference when you... Yeah, man. That's right, yeah. Yeah. And that's why when Vic says, you know, take advantage of fucking an ISA. Take advantage of when pro guys are in there. You notice somebody in the server, you jump in there, even if you jump in there to see who the fuck it is. Yeah? Because if the opposite... Yeah. Yeah. Well, there you go, you know, so... You know, you can't get a bit. You couldn't get fucking 3. As far as I'm concerned, you couldn't get 3 better coaches. You know what I mean? 3 better guys to help you out. You know, the wealth of knowledge between. Yeah. Every single one of us, you put all the wealth of knowledge that all fucking 3 of us has, mate. It's a pretty formidable. It's a pretty formidable fucking combination. That's a lot of racing experience, mate, between the 3 of us. Just. Yep. That's right. Yep. We all have a different style of how we go about our racing, but it all ends up that we all end up, you know, fucking nose to tail most of the time. You know what I mean? We all have a different philosophy, different ways of achieving our speed, car setups, everything, mate. Our approach, our racing. But it all ends up where we're just right there all together, you know what I mean, sort of thing. So, and like Vic was saying, the setup between the Ferrari and the what's the name, it's very, and the Ford are very fucking similar, you know what I mean? And that's not how you'd usually set it up in real life. If you were coming from a real life race experience, you wouldn't set the 2 cars up the same. It's the way the game has made you have to set up the cars this way, you know, to make them work. Yeah, for you, you know, which is just that's something that you have to consider or take into consideration as well when you're setting the car up. This is nothing like what the real deal would set their cars up. So if you're watching from a fan's point of view or a motorsport fan's type of view, and you're seeing them make changes and think, fuck, I could implement that kind of stuff into me fucking ACC. It's the same car. No, totally different. Yeah, totally different. They should be the same. They fucking 100% should be the same. Same car, same fucking deal, same track, same everything, you know. But they won't work here in ACC. The game it's different, yeah. It's just different. How it makes you want to, how you have to set the car up a certain way. You'd never have your car set up in the dampers 0, 0, 11, 11. You know, that's just a ridiculous fucking setting on all 4 corners. Fuck off. You know what I mean? That's not how it should be, but it works in the game. Yeah, that's how so it's those things that you have to get told or learn or whatever. You know what I mean? So you can be faster. You know, because the traditional way of setting up a car, a real race car, is nothing like this. Fucking hell, you know, it's nothing like it. You know, so. Yeah, as long as you understand that principle, that the racing's the same, it's the same overall principle, right? The racing of it. but setting the car up is totally different. Yeah. Yeah. No, go. No. Yeah. A two. Yeah. 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 All four corners. All four corners, mate. Yeah. All four corners. Try. Yeah. Try that. Because it stops that. Like, I don't know the Ferrari, mate, but Vic tells me that it actually helps that fucking slidiness or that hoppiness that it gets. That kind of fucking that shit that happens to it when it's not squat down enough. Yeah. So the rear end's not squat down enough. Yeah, and it's allowing it to jump about and give it an uncomfortable feel. So if you bring those two up, apparently it'll fix that fucking issue. But if it doesn't, then it's something else. Yeah. No. Yeah. 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 It's a bit unrealistic, but it works in the game. Yeah, it works this. It's just, I don't know whether it's something about the physics or something about something else or just the overall car or the game or whatever. But yeah, you would never do this, like Vic said. You'd never set it up like that because you wouldn't make it. Yeah. Like you'd. Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly right. Yeah. And there's no explanation to it. Like I can't explain some of the settings and why they do it that way because it contradicts everything that I know or principles about setting up something like a car. You know what I mean? Like you just wouldn't go about it that way. You know, so but the driving part of it is exactly the same. You know what I mean? So that part of it's exactly identical. You know, sort of thing. So you kind of forgive the one to the other, and you just go with what works for the car. You know, when you're driving it. So, and that might be a franken to anyone who knows engineering or anyone knows anything about setting up cars. What we do to the cars is ridiculous and Frankenstein type fucking setups to it. You know what I mean? That's how they look at it. They would nowhere near like an engineer would look at the setups that we have on like a car and go, "What the fuck is that?" You know, like that's no. Where are you going? The moon? You know, fuck. They wouldn't just they wouldn't set cars up like that. But it works in this, and that's all you got to do is make it work in this shit. Yeah. Yeah. Let's have a look. Look. Yeah, you were lucky though. You were fucking lucky. Yeah, you were luck. That's luck more than skill, mate. That. Let's have a look. Right. See how it's making you go over that wide? See how, where it's making you on that corner, 2 corners before, it made you go out that wide. Yeah? And naturally the car wanted to go that way. So let the car go out so that way because a part of letting that car going out like that is sliding the car. You can hear the tyres. Yeah? So when you're letting it go out, the tyres are screeching as well because they're sliding, but they're still gripping. More hungry. Be more hungry on that right-hander. Trust me, if you throw the car over the middle of that, right, the trajectory you'll get into that slow corner will be you'll pick up time just there. Tighter. Now you're braking. Bit too late, but that's all right. That's okay, mate. That's okay. It's okay. Pick it up on the next lap. Yeah. So you know where the limit is. You know, you're knowing where you're finding the limit of where it is. That's it. You can get away with that nearly every lap where you were there. You know what I mean? Without you copping a TP. Hungry. And see how it turns back on itself, mate, if you keep turning, yeah, and try and put the gas on, yeah. Aim for the point, aim for that trajectory. You want to run those wheels over there, over that fucking inside ripple strip, yeah. You want to just fringe it. That's it. Tight, keep it tight. Then then aim for the fucking crane, like Vic was saying. Then aim for the crane. You fucking got nowhere near me, Vic. Yeah, well then. Right, okay, well then go back. Go back to where you were and go back to what it was and then try it from there, yeah? Oh, by fucking 0.5, that's not a got me. That's not a got me. He got me by 0.005. That's not a got me. It's got to be over fucking that. God, yeah, you did it. You got to buy a bee's fart. That's it. That's all you got. That's not even worthy of me going back out. That's only half a quart. That's not even that's a tiny mistake or a tiny input that I didn't do to get fucking 0.0000005. But I will go back out. I knew it. Hungry. That's it. That's better. A lot better, mate. Because the car naturally just wants to go where you, like if you run over the middle bit there, and naturally wants to go out that wide. The car will take you out there. The track takes you out there. That's a lot better there, yeah? Yeah, hungry. Yeah, be hungry on it, mate. You want to eat it up. And same as that one. Like we said, most tracks, when you get to the green, it starts upsetting the car. So we try to stay off it. Yeah, we're trained to stay off it. Yeah, we're trained to stay off the curbs and stay off for our track limits and that. This track, not so much. All right. So you got to untrain what you've learned a little bit, all right, and let the car be a little bit freer, yeah, and let it run out, you know what I mean? You'll find where the track limit is when the red light comes on, and then you know, right, next lap, I need to be tighter there, you know what I mean, sort of thing. So that's all. Yeah. 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 That's all you need, is you just need to find where the limit is, find the limit, and then work back from the limit, yeah, to where you can place the car there lap after lap after lap after lap, and you won't incur a fucking penalty for it, you know. Because like anything, mate, we're racers, so we want to take advantage of every piece of real estate. If it's there, we're going to use it. You know what I mean? We're going to use it. So if it's on the track, whether we're allowed to use it or not, we're going to flirt with the very edge of the rules we can. We're racers, so we need the room. You know, we need the space. We need the runoff. We want it to keep the rolling momentum up. You know what I mean? Keep that car speed and the corner speed up. So now you know coming into the first corner where you should be. Put your car where it should be. You know what I mean? That's where it needs to be, right there. You just did it. You perfect. I will be, mate. It's daytime for me. It might not be for the other boys because it's getting a bit late, but I will be, mate. Yep. Let me just send me a DM. Yeah, send me a DM, mate, and I'll jump in with you for a few laps. See how you're doing. Not a problem whatsoever. No, that's all right, mate. I don't mind doing it. It's good for you to have a look at what the guys you're racing with are doing. Keeps you in the loop. You know what I mean? Too wide, mate. Too wide. Yeah, too wide. Hungry? That's it. Let it go out and then come back in, because you should be on when you're on the brake there. All right. That's exactly. You'll be on the brake as soon as you get over that ripple strip. Better just let it naturally roll through there. Perfect, mate. That's it. Now, yeah. That's a lot better. Yeah. That's all right. That's okay. But you're slowly bringing it down, and as you conquer every corner, as you learn in every corner, mate, that times will vary coming down. So sometimes it might be half a second because you've really nailed the fucking corner. You know what I mean? Similar to that one. You know what I mean? And the time will reward you for doing it. You know what I mean? But then you'll lose it on other ones like this. Better. A lot better, mate. Tighter. That's it. Now on the gas. The sooner you can be on the gas, the more that green box rewards you. You know, the earlier you can be on it. That's it. I don't think I've ever copped a puncher here. You know what I mean? For running over shit. I'm sure it's happened. And be tighter. That's it. You're just outside that fucking where that black rubber is. See how it goes over the whole fucking lot. You can see how that ripple strip is no longer green. It's fucking like a darky, blacky fucking looking mud colour. That's because guys keep running over it. Follow that. You can see all the lines where guys have ran over it. That's your racing line, you know. That's your racing line without turning your racing line in. You can see how where they've just keep punishing over that green shit. If there's lines on it, means you're using it, you know. Get over, right. That's it. Be where you need to be. That's a limit. Because you're outside the green. Can't be outside the green. If you're outside the green, then it'll definitely fucking nail you. But you can see all the way the green fucking tyres there, all the way over there, like right over there, right here, where you can see all the black. Yeah, heaps better, mate. Heaps better. It's that tricky little combination of just getting the right fucking turn-in speed and carrying the momentum through there. Once you mastered what gear and when to start your rotation and turn it in, it'll come. The times will drop off. Tighter. That's it now. Let it go out over there. Hungry? You're hungry? Better. Not quite, but better. Not right there, but you're better there. Trust that the car's going to send you where it needs to put you, mate. Have faith in the car. Yeah? If you got the car set up right, where you put it is where it'll be. And it'll reward you for it, you know? You fight it. If you're trying to fight it, it won't come. Flow. That's the whole rhythm is the key here. Rhythm. Find your rhythm, hit your apexes nice and smooth. A 32.6 all you got, mate. That's it. No more. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're overdrawn. No, mate, no. I think I'm about fucking, what I've got there is about fucking what the limit is. Yeah, I think the Mustang any further, any more, and I'm overdriving the car, mate. It doesn't want to rotate as quick as I want it to go. So, and I can't find that. I couldn't find any more anyway. So I don't think we're going to get any better than that. Anyone's going to get any better than a 32 anyway, mate. You know what I mean? Like, and if they do, fucking congratulations. You got a big 9-inch dick. Go stick it in fucking Miss Deep Dish. You know? Yeah, go stick your 9-inch fucking cock in Miss Deep Dish. Good on you. You know? I don't think overdriving the car just to try and get under a 32 is worth it. I don't think a 31 is possible here at all. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think anyone getting a low 31 here would be possible. Not with these conditions and the track still being over 30. No, you're just punishing the tyres. Keep that in mind, Enzo. The more hard laps that you're running, you're losing your tyres as well. Yeah. So once you've found that limit, then that's all that the car's going to give you, right? And that's all you're going to be able to achieve, because every lap your tyres are going to wear. So you're going to be losing time. You know what I mean? You're not going to be gaining anything more. So when you're practicing, just remember, if you've pushed for 5-6 laps hard, you're better off coming in, changing a new set of tyres and going out and trying to find if you're after chasing quality speed. All right? That's what I've always maintained, that if I've done 4 or 5 laps hard, I've pushed the car at over 100%, trying to chase a low time, then I know that after 5 laps of pushing the tyres that fucking hard, that they're not going to give me what they did on the second push lap or the third push lap, you know, after I've warmed them up. So the best thing about the game is it's an endless set of rubber, mate. You can just keep throwing new tyres at it and keep going out and doing runs and figuring and cutting your times down like that. So, you know, every 5 laps, if you haven't improved, then come in, fucking, especially if you're doing quality runs, come in, change your tyres. You know what I mean? And go for a new set of tyres, and then try your adjustments on a new set. Go out, punish another set, do your 3 warm-up laps or your couple of warm-up laps to get your fucking pressures and temps, and then set your fucking 3-4 laps, you know? Because, like you see, once you fucking... And you can just tell, you know what I mean? Like, how many... What's the name? If you're on the same set of rubber and you're doing, like... Well, look. You've done 40 laps. Did you know that? Yeah, 40. You've done a race. You've done a complete race, basically, right, in practice. Yeah. So you dropped your time down basically half, basically, because you were at 3 seconds when you jumped in and did your first lap, first couple of laps. Now you're down to 1 point fucking what's name behind. Now is the time, right, where you either relook at your setup and go over your lap and find out where you're losing the most amount of time. If it's through that corner that Vic says is your worst corner, then just go out and set the lap. Just go out and practice your second sector only. You know, if it's your first sector, then just do the first sector. Cruise through the rest of the lap. Just do it at 50%. But just do the second sector or the first sector or the third sector and build up your speed throughout whatever sector that's previous. So if it's the second sector you fucked at, warm the tyres up and get everything ready in the third lap. Start getting your speed up into the first fucking sector. Then once you fucking start hitting the sector, you're at 100%. Go 100% and then come back off the throttle as soon as you're out of the second sector, right? And then go back around, do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again until you've nailed it. Then work on the next sector, yeah? And it's easier to break a track up over 3 parts than it is over a whole lot, yeah? That's why we have sectors, you know? So break the lap up into 3. Do your first sector, get that nailed. Once you're confident that you've got that nailed and you're not far away, bang, onto your second one. But don't do the whole lap. Only just do the sector that you concentrate or that you're having trouble with. Don't do the whole lap because you won't achieve nothing out of doing the whole lap at 100%. But because by the time you get to that fucking sector, you're already fucking hot. You know what I mean? So try it like that and see if that works. Because there's a whole lot of different ways you can approach how to fix what you're having issues with, you know. So, and if you can't fix the sector that you're having dramas with, then it's your setup. Then you need to go back and figure out what's going on, right, with the car that's doing that you're losing so much time. Oh, you might get down to a fucking 31, you sneaky cunt. You may. I think the temperature have to drop at least fucking 5 or 10 degrees for you to do it. I think if we had some cloud, maybe if you added some cloud to it, it might make a bit of difference and drop it down into the 27s or something like that. Be better to race. I don't think it's currently 33 at Valencia at the moment. Are they in summer? They are. No, they're not, are they? They're in no. So it wouldn't be that temperature there anyway. We need to start looking at AccuWeather weather and doing it whatever the weather is, real life on the track, on the day, on the week of what's the name. That's what we need to implement. It saves all the bullshit of trying to set it up. Just set it up with AccuWeather weather. If it's pissing down rain at Silverstone and fucking 13 degrees or 10 degrees, then that's what we race in, you know. Stop setting it to being fucking stinking hot. I'm sick of stinking hot. I don't mind it being fine, but being warm, but the cars just act different. They're different, you know. And it throws your racing a bit, I reckon. It throws your craft a little bit when you're constantly racing in the heat. Then when you go to wet, it's kind of fuck. I haven't done a lot of wet running recently. I'm going to have to go out and do some wet running, you know. Yeah, it's too hot. It's too hot. It's too hot. You can tell that you can tell the tyres are screaming at you for fucking mercy, man. You know, like they're just not. I think a 31.8, 30 fucking. Yeah, sorry, yeah, I think a fucking. I think you should be able to get down to the 31. If the temperatures were a lot thingo. You know, a mid 31 if the temperature wasn't 31. If it was like 25, if it was what it was ambient, I don't know how that works, man. How is the outside temperature, right? Nearly, what's that? 5, 6, 7 degrees different than the track. You know, that doesn't make sense. It just, yeah, I know the track absorbs a bit of heat, but not that much, man. Not like 7, 8 degrees worth of fucking temperature, mate. Yeah. Yeah, it's going down, and there's only 3 of us or 4 of us on track sort of thing, mate. There's not a lot of, fucking weather. It's fucking hell. It will be. It will be. It will be. Unless we have a word to him, we'll have a word to him. Just send him a WhatsApp and say we need to drop it out back into the mid-20s. And just to let... No, Italy, man. Italy, man. Valencia. Yeah, man. There's a big, massive... No, it's a big, massive fucking picture of Valentino Rossi on the side of the grandstand, man. It's his home track, mate. It's his home track, same as like Imola. So it's on the, isn't it on the, it's on the fucking, the fucking western side of the boot, I think. I don't think it oh, Mazzano. Is it Mazzano? No, this one's got a big picture of fucking Valentino Rossi on it. It's a massive fucking picture of Valentino Rossi on the fucking grandstand, man. Why would they have that there? If it was fucking Spain, he's not from Spain. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's probably fucking Spain. Who knows, man? It's probably Greek. Who knows, man? All I know is it's got a massive fucking Valentino Rossi fucking picture of him fucking on the side of the grandstand, man. Yeah, so it's his home track, just like Bassano, Imola, Monza, anything Italian, mate. It's his home track. But I think there's something about Valencia. Well, there you go. So he's Spanish. Oh, yeah, you know what it was? It was because he had the Spanish fucking beer company on the side of the fucking bike when he used to race, man. Yeah? Wasn't that a Spanish fucking beer? Isn't it? Didn't he used to have the Spanish beer? Didn't he have the Spanish beer on the side of it? Or was that Mexican beer? What was the beer company that he had on the side of his bikes? In these early days when he raced for Yamaha, right, he had a fucking... I'm pretty sure it was a fucking... a Spanish beer company, man. That would be the reason why they'd honour him fucking there in Spain, because there'd be no other reason. There's plenty of Spanish fucking MotoGP riders. Nobody gets a fucking pit. Yeah. Imola and Mazzano, man. Mazzano is... But Imola, I think Imola more so because it's closer. But Monza is as well. Yeah. If he goes to Monza, it's the same as if fucking anyone. Yeah. Any that he goes to, any. But it doesn't matter even there. Anywhere he goes, that man, he's fucking crowded. There's a crowd around him. He's popular, and he does well at. He loves Mazzano, though. I know he loves Mazzano. He's a monkey-looking fucking cunt, I reckon. He's got a face. Yeah. But I tell you, man, he's the nicest guy you would ever fucking meet on the planet. Yeah, he's another one of them dudes, man. One of them just dudes. Yeah, I met him down at Phillip Island, man. Shook his hand and said g'day to him and shit like that. He loves Australia, but he's just a nice guy. Yeah, so he had plenty of time for everyone and that sort of shit, and I like that. That you're not anyone in motorsport if you don't have the support of fans. You're no one. You're a fucking no one. Whether you're loved or hated, it doesn't matter. You've got to have some kind of, even if you fucking hate the cunt, you're still supporting him because you hate him. Yeah? So you don't want him to do no good, but you're still supporting him because you hate him. Yeah? So loved or hated, you got to have the fans, and he's one of them. You know? Do you know what I find sad? I find it really upsetting, right? That fucking, considering all that Michael Schumacher has done for the world of motorsport, right? That his family, right, because of his condition and because of the way he is, right, his family are fucking completely fucking broke now, looking after him, yeah. Like completely, man. Yeah, his wife is completely fucking at her wit's end. Yeah, like there's nothing else they can do for him. Yeah, and I heard fucking somebody in some fucking forum or somebody fucking say, I don't know, I can't remember who it was, right? But it was someone from Formula One and that fucking not supporting him. Not getting behind like the same way that Max did, the same way Max has, yeah. So I just find it really sad that somebody so fucking has an accident, has now got some kind of rare fucking brain condition, man, and that fucking ages, man. That was fucking years ago, fucking I don't know, 2000, early 2000 something. Early 2000 something, man. Yeah. And that's why he's shrouded in fucking secrecy, man. That's why it's all shrouded in secrecy. I just find it sad, man, that as much as what that man did and that, yeah, because you can see there's a TikTok or a fucking social media post going around, man. The moment that you can see the power or the exchange or the talent exchange from a very young Max Verstappen, very, very young, from a Michael Schumacher, yeah. So you can see that very point where you can see that how Max is so good, yeah. I just don't get it, man. I just don't get why like every fucking person that's motorsport related hasn't fucking rallied together for that man, you know, considering what he did. For just motorsport in general, you know. I just find it really cruel, man. It's a really cruel way to fucking die. Because essentially that's what he's doing, man. He's, you know, and I'm 100% certain, man, if there was more money, if there was more, if there was more kind of fucking support for this man, he would be fucking up and around fucking with us. You know what I mean? With the technology we have, there's got to be a fucking way, man. I know that they say they've exhausted, but if you're at that point, don't you then start trying experimental shit? You know, if the man is no longer a man and he's bedbound, and he's no longer can speak, and it's just his eyes that are doing talking, you know, what kind of life is that for a man like that? Yeah, yeah. I just find it. He can't, man. His eyes are the only thing that he can communicate with. Yeah, apparently. So that's it. That's all. That's all he can communicate. It's just, I find it just tragic, man. It's the saddest fucking story, and that. And look, you were either a Michael Schumacher fan or you weren't. You were either a Shuey fan or you weren't, man. You know what I mean? You either loved the man or you hated him because of his fucking German background and being so very cold. You know what I mean? He's a very cold man when it comes to his racing, man. You know, but then one of the leaders, you know, he was one of the ones with Mark Webber that started that drivers like union type thing, man, where one of the head drivers or one of the drivers from Formula One spoke for the drivers. You know what I mean? In more like a rule type capacity or in a like race type capacity and that kind of thing. Like if there was a red flag for something, it'd be Michael Schumacher or fucking Mark Webber that'd go up and see the FIA saying enough's enough. You know, we shouldn't be racing in these conditions, or you shouldn't put this kind of pressure on young drivers. Fucking well done, man. See? Your hard work pays off, brother. Look at that. Look at that. Look at it. That's all you got to do, brother. That's all you got to do. Hungry, man. Yeah, hungry. Yeah. It's amazing how quick, how fast and what you pick up, man. Just turning those laps. Yep. Yep. Nobody tells you, mate. Nobody tells you. You don't know, man. And it's like searching around in the dark for your keys, man. You don't know until somebody... You just got to turn the light on, man, and then fucking it all becomes much more simpler, you know? You could get some cunt to technically tell you exactly what you're fucking doing wrong, but unless you know technical fucking terms, there's no point. You know, we might as well speak to you in layman's terms and tell you the way that either Vic does it or the way I do it. You know, it won't be exactly the same, but it'll be very similar in how we fucking approach it. You know what I mean? It'll be very, very similar. It won't be exactly the same because we're not exactly the same driver, but it'll be very, very similar. You know, and the timetables tell. Yeah, the fucking the leaderboard paints the picture for you, man. Doesn't tell lies. Yeah, that's the one thing it won't do, is it won't tell you a lie. Yeah, so whoever's quicker on the fucking top of the line and whoever's second, whoever's third, that's the true picture of what they can do. You know, so it does, man. Yeah, it does leave a lot of clues. Oh, look, you can sandbag. You can sandbag. There's, you know, it's all part of strategy. When you start getting better, sandbagging's fucking, it works real good, man. Especially if the guys don't know you, that you're fucking going into, you know. Sandbagging's fucking great fun. You know what I mean? It's very enjoyable to sandbag and then come out and just wipe the fucking floor with everyone. You know? But you can't do it all the fucking time because people cotton onto it. You know, people jerry. They think, yeah, okay. And you can only get away with it a couple of times. You know what I mean? Sandbagging before people fucking know. And then they get the shits because they think that you're not being honest. Right? So, so you play a dangerous game, but it's fun. You can do it. It's fun. And I love doing it in new leagues. Yeah? So I won't quali, won't practice, won't do nothing because I know the track. I know which way it fucking goes. You know what I mean? So I don't need to practice or quali. And then I start from the rear and then just fucking work me way through them. Just dispatch cunts like as if they're fucking flies at a fucking barbecue. Just dispatch them. Uh, you can't buy that time. You can't buy those. And that's all. And that's all. And that's all you got to do, man. Is you just take it to your very max. You do that fucking, you know, 2-3 times a fucking week, leading up to your event. Do what you do, and then before you know it, man, fucking, you know, at the end of at the start of every event, you know that the time that you set at the start of the fucking week is fucking 3 seconds better than what it was when you just about to jump into the event. Makes you a lot more confident. Gives you a lot more fucking like a lot more get up and go about where you can finish. You know what I mean? Because you put the prep in. You're not worried about fuck. Which way does this track go? Fuck, what have I got to do? And spend all your time prepping in the 20 minutes that we give you. Your 20 minutes that we give you for free practice should be just to fucking make sure that everything's fucking copacetti, yeah? That's all that it is. It's not to completely do all your fucking prep in 20 minutes for a fucking event. You know what I mean? There's no way known you can cram like that. I don't care how smart you are. You know what I mean? Nobody can do that. You know what I mean? Cram in 20 minutes and fucking get it set up and get it fucking sweet and get it in the window and everything else. That's impossible. You know what I mean? Unless you've been there before. You know? So, and I'm the same. You know? And this... he'll be having a fuck. No, man. Yeah, fuck, man. It's nothing. This is what the league's about, you know? They keep saying it. We keep saying it, and people... Yep. It, it just, yeah, it's just a experience, man. You know, it just the times that we've spent on track and what we do and what we can offer because we want you racing with us. We want you up the front battling with us, mate. You know, we don't. It's not that it gets boring between fucking me and Vic or me and Slow or anything like that. We thoroughly enjoy yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Oh, Slow. Ux. Uh, 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 Slow loves being behind me. He fucking loves it, man. I love it when he's behind me too. I fucking love it. It's one of the most enjoyable things. Him and Vic being behind me are one of the most enjoyable things on this planet, bar sex. Yeah, one of the most enjoyable things. Yeah, I can do is have them two behind me chasing me. Yeah, I fucking love it. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's like a fucking surgeon, mate. He's like a surgeon. Yeah. There's a couple of blokes in this league that I hold in very high respect with how they go about their what's the name. Two of them are here in here with us. You know, Ben's another one. Sizzle's another one. You know what I mean? The fast guys that you get. You have this fucking a certain respect for them, mate, that you hold above fucking not everybody else, but because of what they can achieve. Yeah, what how smart they are, you know, and you start respecting that. You can't just be, flippant with these dudes and just that they're serious about fucking when they go racing. Yeah, they want your spot. Yeah, yeah. No, no. And the harder the track, like Nordschleife, Bathurst, Spa, these the big tracks that fucking you need that focus for over 2 minute lap, and when it's over a 2 minute lap, that takes a lot. Nordschleife especially, man, that takes a lot out of me, like mentally doing that track of any type of race. Yeah, the amount, you know, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, oh yeah. No, no, man, nah, nah. It doesn't. No, it doesn't change. Nah, nah. I would think that out of all the things, if you can make half a dozen clean laps there without fucking up completely, without fucking yourself completely, right, you're doing pretty well. Yeah, if you can, even if it's not a quick time and it's under 10 minutes there or under fucking something, you're doing really well. You know what I mean? That's to show a big. It's a real fucking what's the name of your talent, that fucking track, man. You know what I mean? It takes everything in me to run it at 110%. You know what I mean? And focus for, fucking 8 odd minutes a lap. You know, when you only get that break down that big straight, man. And that's all you get. The rest of the time, it's fucking 110 fucking percent focus of it. So that's a good yardstick on how good a driver you are. You know what I mean? And how well you're going in your progress is to jump in there and see how many laps you can put down without fucking up and yeeting yourself into a wall. Sort of thing. That I've always used the what's the name? Yeah, 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 yeah. It's because it's the only track in the world that's like it, man. It's the only one. Yeah, the only one they could possibly. You wouldn't take it to Le Mans because you can't take it there, right? You can't take a car to Le Mans, right, and try it out there. As much as, and that's more of a horsepower track, yeah. Le Mans just out and out how fucking big and how fast you can go, because the corners are just like fucking like Watkins Glen, the fucking what's the name there, the bus stop fucking where you run up the straight there. They're kind that those type of corners. The Porsche curves are not really a fucking corner. There's no real fucking hairpinny type fucking shit there. It's just out and out horsepower. You know what I mean? That Le Mans. But Nordschleife, that's fucking totally different. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, people live on the side of the fucking track, man. Bathurst is too. Yeah, Bathurst is too, man. Yeah. And apparently there's people that live fucking in Spa as well, man. At Spa, there's a couple of places, there's a couple of driveways or something where there's houses there or something, man, on that track, on the outside of it though. Yeah, so not on the inside of the track, on the outside of it. So there's driveways that lead to houses there too. Yeah, 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 yeah. On the wall, yeah, yeah, that's exactly right. Yep, true. Another track that you can't test on those tracks. But Nordschleife is the same, man. It's a road, yeah, but because because it has such acclaim, yeah, they'll shut the Nürburgring side off. So the circuit you can't jump on unless it's an official what's the name. They block all that shit off. Yeah, so you can't do a full lap of the ring, but you can do a full lap. Fucking what's the name of the fucking of the Nordschleife? Well, most of it anyway, except for that bit where it comes back onto the fucking what's the name onto the fucking Nürburgring, and they open up the whole lot. But they do that every day, you know. They do that every day. You can take a fucking car on the track every day there. So, um, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. It's just, yeah. 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 Yep. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's why Ford go over there and fucking try and set track records. It's why every big manufacturer, I think, who else was over there? Porsche was over there trying out fucking their new cars. Everyone tries out. Yeah, I think so, man. I think Ford. It was Ford for it was the GT. It was the Ford. Yeah, 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 yep, yeah, yeah. They come out with a new version. No, no. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 49. Yeah. No, it's not much. But Ford will come back out with what's the name, man. It's like that pissing contest. You know what I mean? Like to have until one of them can't do it or they break a car, sort of thing. You know what I mean? It'll push the very limit of what you could actually achieve around fucking Nordschleife. You know, so there'll be it's Chevy at the moment. Yeah, but Ford after that. So Chevy just took it like Vic said a couple of weeks ago. But the GT3 record is a Ford, right? In our class of racing, yeah, yeah. No, they weren't. No, these are just production cars they've ramped up. You know what I mean? They're not full out race cars that set these low times over there. I think the record holder is the Mustang, but I don't think it's very far. I don't. It's either the McLaren or Porsche. Right, that's not very far. Fucking, it's like us. It's only fuck all, not even a second. I don't think. All right, between the Porsche and the Macca and fucking the Mustang, but I'm not sure. I was under the impression the Mustang had the fucking GT3 record there at the moment in race cars. Yeah, but the ones that they set the low times on, they're production cars. They're one-offs. Yeah, so they're like a proto, but they're a road-going prototype. So they're very close to a race car, but you couldn't go race it. There's too much shit in it that the FIA would want you to fucking turf out of it. You know what I mean? So just the electronic side itself, yeah, would be too much. What's the name? They don't have a fucking. You can run whatever you want to run. You know what I mean? So that's whoever from Michelin to fucking Pirelli to fucking Goodyear to whoever you think at the particular time. I know that when Ford went there, they took 3 sets of different tyres from Bridgestone, Pirelli and a Michelin, I think. They all had fucking 3 different types because of the compound and the track. Yeah? Because I know that they were talking about when I was watching the Ford, I think, the Mustang. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, that's right. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Chev. Yeah, all production cars. Yeah, I think the race cars, our cars that go there, yeah, for the 24-hour and shit, it's either Porsche or Mustang has the fucking record. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Porsche. Yeah, but it could be Mustang as well. Yeah, overall, our cars at the Fanatec series, I'm pretty sure it's either Porsche or Mustang. I thought it was Mustang, but now I'm thinking I'm pretty sure the Grello Porsche put a pretty stout time, and I think in the 24-hour, I think it was quicker than the Mustang's time. But don't quote me on it. It could be a fucking Ferrari. I don't know. You know what I mean? But I was sure that um, it was either the Porsche or the Mustang had our cars. Three? No, it's a three. It's a three. A three. It'll be a GT3 that has what's the name in our cars, the cars that we race. You know what I mean? It'll be a GT3 that'll have the quicker time than a GT2 or whatever. But that's not saying that in the GT3 there's about there's about two or three different classes. Yeah, so and it depends on where it's come from. You know what I mean? Where the race cars originated from, what series. You know what I mean? But I'm pretty sure our series, the Fanatec series, this game series, the same cars as what we run, it's either the Porsche or the Mustang. I thought it was the Mustang that got it. What's the name Mustang? The factory one, the factory-backed one that had it in the 24-hour, the last one. They had the fastest lap time there. But like I said, the Grello Porsche, fucking not wrecked. Yeah, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I thought it was the Porsche. Yeah, yeah, the whole track. Yeah, that's the 24-hour one. Yeah, so that's the Nürburgring. That's the Nürburgring one. That's the circuit itself, and like what we do, man, the full lap. Yeah, the full lap. What we call the full lap. The full lap starts at the Nürburgring, the GP circuit, and and then you have to do the whole GP circuit and then turn fucking left. That's the full lap. Not not where. There you go. Yeah, no. No, that won't be the. That won't be. No, it's the full GP circuit, including the Nurburgring, the GP circuit, and yeah, yeah. Well, that doesn't look. That's quick lap, man. That's a fucking quick lap there. Anytime you're under 9 minutes, it's a quick lap. Yeah. I don't even know what my. I don't even know what my time. I think my time's about a fucking mid 9 or something like that. 9:20 something. I think something at Nordschleife, 9:30, something like that. Yeah, yeah. What do you? No, fuck. I'm not that. I'll check. I'll check. Hang on. I'll fucking check. I'll check, mate. I'll check. I'll check. Yeah, I'll fucking check. Righto. Yeah, you too, mate. Standard Red Bull. Nurburg. All right. Yeah, okay. I was wrong. An 8. The best time I've done is an 8:44.817 at Nurburgring. Yeah. I've driven 3,549 kilometres. I've done nearly 20 hours there. I've done, 84 valid laps, a 63 invalid. Right, go into your driver profile. Yeah. So go into stats. right? And then it'll bring up, and then if you press it, all right, if you press the track, all right, the X. So if I press, where's fucking, yep. So the best time I have done, all right, is in the Mustang, and then it was the Port, right? So yeah, so it was an 833, all right. The personal best was a. So you've got an overview, right, and then you've got a fucking personal best, right? So your second lap time is the best average over 5 valid consecutive laps where the ambient temperature did not drop below 20 degrees, right? So my 5 lap average is a 844, but my best is an 833.473. That's my very, yeah. No, you want No, when you go to when you look at fucking when you're looking at it, yeah, all right. Go into the Nurburgring where it lights up red, then press X, all right, and then it'll bring up all the cars that you've been in, all right, as well, yeah, and it'll have the fastest one at the top, and then the next one, and then the next one, next one. So in the KDM, right, um, I've only driven the GT2 there, and I've got my fastest lap time is an 8:37. Yeah, so the quickest time that yes, right, yeah, you go back, yeah, yeah, no, it'll have driven how many hours and how many Ks, and then how many valid laps, invalid races, finishes, wins, podiums, penalties, for each track. So go back to the tracks, right, where your tracks are. Yeah, 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 yeah. No, you'll only have like so say for the Mustang, right, where it says driven, right. So I've driven at 1,862.2 kilometers, and I've done 10.6 hours. That's the total hours, and then then you'll have your valid laps and shit after that. But it'll have how many hours you've done in that car. But if you go back to where the tracks actually are, then it'll have your total amount in total that you've driven it in 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 the whole game in whatever car. Yeah. So say it. So yeah, yeah. No, no. So say at Bathurst, right? Because I've driven Bathurst the most, right? So I've done 11,000 fucking whatever kilometers, 70 hours there, nearly 1,500 valid laps. The quickest time in whatever car was a Lamborghini Evo 2019, I think. Hang on. Yep. And it was a 203, right? So, but the times that you see on the track time, they'll be the time. That's the 203 in the Lamborghini that I set. And then the average time, right, will be an average of whatever car, right, I set 5 valid laps for and was the lowest. Yeah. Does that make sense? So those times, so say with the Nürburgring, right? So with the actual GP circuit, that'll be totally different. Yeah, that'll be a totally different time and everything else because different. It's only half the ring, half the what's the name. So where's fucking Nurburgring? There, there, Nurburgring. Yeah, see my best time there, what 1:56.5. Yeah, but my average is a 1:58. Yeah, so 2 seconds different than my fastest time. So the one in the grey box is your average time over 5 laps. No, and that's all. That could be. Look, if you've set that fastest time in a GT2, all right, well, that's what it'll come up as. Yeah. So if you've set the time, it just takes that where the tracks are and that and all that information, all those stats. The top one is just the fastest time, and the second one is just the lap time over fucking 5 laps. There you go.